Exomologiste to Kyrio te agathos, alleluia.
Otis ton neona to eleos aftu, alleluia.
So I just want to clarify first of all.
Go for a coffee.
I'm in terms of my Muslim education, I'm a layman generally. Like I'm not a scholar.
Yeah.
The brother here is like a lot more learned than me.
Yeah.
I think the main point that I kind of had a bit of an issue with.
Yeah, go on.
Is that I think it seems that you are overlaying the idea of humanity's and libertarian free will.
Yep.
Sorry. Onto a being that has been created with a different model of desire.
Yeah.
So for me, I think that the idea of slavery and exploitation that you are talking about, in terms of the whores, the 70 virgins, the
How would you
companions-
translate houris?
So again, I don't want to talk on the Arabic because I'm not learned in Arabic. So I just want to finish my point.
Yeah, go on.
So if a being is if you want to talk about exploitation and injustice in terms of slavery, I think one of the preconditions for that has to be that the being, number one, does not desire anything other than the action that they are doing. For example, if I had someone in my house, a human in my house who I was keeping in my basement, and I was forcing them to clean.
Be your wife?
No. So I'd prefer if you don't interrupt and let me finish my point. And clean my basement, and that was their only job. And this being had other desires and wanted to do other things. I would consider that to be immoral because they have other desires. They have the libertarian full capacity, not just the desire. They have the capacity for free will. I think that if a being is created with a different model of desire, if they are created with an innate desire to only fulfill God's will, whatever capacity that is. So, for example, the angels are created only with the desire to fulfill God's will in whatever capacity that is. So, for example, we have an angel in Islam waiting to blow the horn on the Day of Judgment. And that angel has no other desire. They don't want to do anything else. That does not mean for us that angel is being exploited or is the negative connotations of slavery do not apply to that angel because internally they do not have any other desire. So I think that's analogous to the whores because if you look at all the descriptions in Islam of them, their desire and is to be companions, be wives, be sexual partners to the men that they were promised to. And I don't think that purely because of the act of sex that changes the morality of that interaction or that arrangement. So, for example, if it wasn't let me finish. If it was not whores that were promised, if Allah had instead promised that what you're going to have is you're going to have a being that I've created who only has the desire to juggle for you, for your entertainment. They don't have any other desire. They don't need sleep. They don't need food. It's not a desire for them. They don't have their own ambitions or their own desires. I don't think that I think if you overlay a human onto that being, that would be unjust. If I instead had a human here and I said, your only job is to juggle for me, that would be unjust because that human innately, we all know that human, that's no one's desire. And that's why it's considered immoral. But I think a celestial being who's been created with a different model of desire, it's not fair to place the same morality around their desires that we do as we do for humans. And I don't think sex immediately equates to immorality. And one last point, I don't think that you can't also overlay the rules of Sharia in today's day and age onto what's happening in paradise because it's completely different. The law does not apply. It's a different It's a different law. I mean, the law around non-consensuality would not apply anyway, based on what I've said, because they do not have an antithetical desire. They do not have a desire that, oh, this guy's coming to have sex with me, I don't want that. It's not in them. And just the fact that it's not in them does not mean that they are being forced. It's like saying the fact that the angels don't have a desire to sin and to fight amongst each other, oh, that's not free will, so therefore they're being exploited. I think it's not correct to overlay human morality and free will onto beings that were created with a different model of desire. I think that's the point.
So, what's your name?
Rian.
Rian, firstly, thank you for waiting so patiently, because I did see you in the crowd waiting for a long time.
Yeah.
Also, thank you for making your point so articulately.
Yeah.
Right? Sadly, I don't have the time to debate my response.
Okay.
So I'm just going to have to give a response and then go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right?
Go ahead.
But the reason why my criticism maintains, and I would just point out to everybody who watches this, notice the difference in Rian's defense versus the previous Muslim's defense, because the previous Muslim was arguing for the choice of the Huri, and Rian is arguing against the choice of the Huri. And just to save you being mocked, he didn't say whore, he said Huri. Yeah. It's an Arabic word, it just sounds like whore, and it's just coincidence that we're talking about what could be described as heavenly prostitution. But my ultimate response to it is that if we created robots for the purpose of sex, and then we were to have sex with those robots, we're doing something that is degenerate, because sex has a purpose, and sex is supposed to be an expression of the intimate love between two people. And the Huri, because they don't have a choice about loving their husbands, therefore do not love their husbands, and so sex therefore is not an expression of that love, and so is equivalent to having sex with robots who are programmed to have sex with you. I apologise, Rian.
Yeah, fair enough.
I can't debate it any further.
I disagree, but fair enough.
But if you want to pick up, are you coming here again?
I'm from up north, unfortunately. Only
I could hear Scottish accent.
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
Maybe Glasgow.
Glasgow.
Yeah.
Right.
Honestly, I have a flight. I'd take it, but I can't.
It's a card. Get in touch.
Okay.
Let's talk again on Zoom.
Fair enough.
Yeah, finish the conversation. And then I'll give you that right of reply that I've just denied you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but thanks for being a good sport. You look after yourself.